Rhodesium Live Interactive session number 2. Introduction, my name is David. Here's my friend Jay.
Hey.
Alright Jay, if you're ready, let's get straight to the point. What do you say?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go ahead. Point number 1, we have received it from our last session. These are the question and answer which we have received. What is the ideal fat percentage for male and female?
Okay, so for the ideal fat percentage, we will firstly divide it into 2 different groups, because ideally we divide it in the age of 20 years to 39 years and 40 years to 59 years. Okay, so in the group of 20 years to 39 years, for the male fat percentage, it should be in between 8% to 19%. For female, it should be from 21% to 32%. And in the next age group, which is 40 to 59, there the male fat percentage is 11% to 21%, and female fat percentage should be 24% to 35%. But however, for the teenagers, for the kids, it varies, because that's the time when they grow. So we normally consider after 20. Okay,
right.
That's the actual time where we measure the fat percentage, and because people start working out at that time, they try to get transformed at that time. So that's how it's being done.
Well, let's move to the next question. We have received, what is the right age for someone to start exercising? I mean, is there any right age? Can they not start at the age of 10, 15, 20, and so on? What do you think that, according to you, what is the right age?
Actually, there's 2 different things. It's about going to the gym, or it's about the general physical activity. Okay, if it's about the going to the gym, the age should be around like 17 to 18 years above. And the reason why
17 to 18 guys.
17 to 18, yeah. And the reason why, because our body should be ready to bear all the vigorous physical activity which we normally do in the gym, because we lift weight, we do intense cardio and everything. The muscle fibers break, the calories burn, and the recovery process and everything. It needs a proper body capacity. And that capacity develops after 17 to 18 years. But if you talk about the basic physical activity, like anybody can do it, like even like kids, they can do the physical activities. Like for example, if you remember when we were in the school, we used to do like PT, right?
Right.
We had the
PT time, yes.
Like a PT teacher, and they have to do different exercises like jumping jack and different that can be done by everyone. Okay, so you can do physical activities at any age, but regarding the gym, it should be above 17 to 18 years.
17 to 18 years is the key point.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the next question. How much time is normally does it take to see the result after starting the workout? I mean, after starting my workout, what time is ideal should I expect that there'll be some changes in me? Is there any months, any weeks, any days?
Yeah. This question comes several times to fitness professionals, and this is a very good question, because whoever wants to start their fitness regime, they normally ask like how much time it will take to transform. How much time it will take to reduce the weight, or some people also comes up to they want to reduce 10 kg of weight in like 1 month's time and all. But realistically, if we talk about like in 4 weeks to 6 weeks time, you start seeing the result in your body by yourself, okay, initially. But if you talk about the long-term result, it can be seen after 8 weeks to 12 weeks. That means
8 weeks to 12 weeks.
Yes, so you can say 4 to 6 months minimum. It takes time so that you get a good transformation. Okay? But initially you will see the result after like 45 days or something, which is like which I already said, like 4 weeks to 6 weeks. You can feel it that you are getting transformed. That's the right time.
Right. This question is really interesting, especially applicable to me as well. So many to all of you. How to lose weight effectively? Everybody want to lose weight, right? So but how should we lose our weight?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because in the process of losing weight, some people go for like very drastic diet. Some people go for very drastic fitness regime. Aggressively, they do the performance in the gym twice, working out twice, eating like very very expensive meals, and or otherwise they go for the starvation. So it's very important to understand the ideal one, how we can lose the weight effectively. So point number 1, diet plays a major role for sure. Okay.
Right.
In the diet, you need to make sure that good amount of protein should be there.
Right.
You should also include the healthy fat, because some people totally avoid the fat, which is not good. You should include the healthy fat like sunflower oil, peanut butter,
olive oil maybe,
coconut oil, and this kind of thing.
Right.
Because fat are also very important to absorb the nutrition in the body.
Right.
Apart from that, vitamins and minerals should be there. Complex carbohydrates should be there. Okay, you should avoid the simple carbs, because simple carbs have got a tendency to deposit the fat in the body. Right. So that's the first thing. The first step is to take the balanced diet. Second is definitely the physical activity, because if you don't spend the energy from the body, if you don't spend the calories from the body, and if you keep intaking, there will be no use, right? So it's better intake and let it go, right?
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, at the same time, our body is a machine. Likewise, I said in in our last interactive session as well. Because every day we wake up, every day we go to office, every day we perform our work, we definitely need the fuel, right? So we eat, but at the same time, it needs to be balanced. How much physical activity we are doing, what we are doing, and what we are intaking. Okay. Next, a very good sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, because sleep plays a major role in your metabolism and all, and burning calories and all. Next, drink good amount of water. So all these things will make a very effective weight loss program for you. Okay, so that's how you can proceed.
That's an excellent answer, Jay. Okay, for my next question, we have, what do you understand by a balanced diet? Balanced diet, is there anything called imbalanced diet? What do you mean by balanced diet exactly?
Yeah, balanced diet means like a healthy diet, which you can say. A healthy diet where, a good proportionate amount of macros are there, the necessary micros are there, okay? Like macronutrients, micronutrients, which I'm talking about. Like macros, it comes like protein, protein, carbs, and fat. And like micronutrients, it's vitamins, minerals, and all, right? But some people, what they do in the process of the weight loss, either they totally cut down the carbs, either they totally cut down the fat, or either they are in a very high protein diet, or either maybe they are in a starvation, like I told you earlier as well. So a balanced diet means right eating habit, include all the necessary nutrients, macro and micros all together, okay? And a small and regular meal pattern, okay? At the same time, you need to make sure that the necessary amount of protein you are getting or not, because as per your body weight, as per your physical activity, if you are doing like physical exercise, like if you're going to the gym, you also require some additional amount of protein which you are giving.
Absolutely.
Also, in order to perform the activity, you need the carbs, you need the calories. Otherwise, if you don't eat calories totally, it will start taking from your protein, and your protein will not be utilized as the function of the body. Right. At the same time, if you don't take like vitamins and minerals, the carbs or the proteins will not be absorbed by the body, right? And the body performance will not be there as required. Also, your metabolism will not perform well. Also, your hormones will not perform well, right? That's the reason a balanced diet should be included with the macros and micros, all of them. And water, as likewise I told you before, water also plays a major role for it. You need to drink good amount of water, like for example 3 to 4 liters of water a day. If you walk out, also if you do physical activities and all. Okay, so this is the thing which I consider as a balanced diet.
Next question, how to increase muscle mass? How can you increase your muscle mass?
Yes, good question. Because this question comes to me also, because many youngsters, they go to gym, they do very intense workout, they do weightlifting and all, biceps, triceps, and everything. But they sometimes come up, sir, I'm not getting my biceps pump, I'm not getting the muscles in the biceps, or I'm not getting my chest pump and all. So let me tell you what. First of all, as we all know, key muscle growth can happen with resistance training. The resistance training means resistance can be done with the free weights. It can be done with machine weights. It can be done with your own body weight also. Because for a beginner, even a body weight plays a major role as a resistance training. Okay, but again, if you go for a cardio, like if you go for the intense cardio running and all, with cardio you will not gain the muscle. With the resistance training, you will gain the muscle. At the same time, when you do the resistance training, you need a very good amount of balanced diet, like which is connected with each other, right? Good amount of protein should be there. Good nutrition should be there. Also, at the same time, you need to make sure that your workout program is correct. It should not be like if you want to grow your biceps, today you're doing biceps, tomorrow you're doing biceps, day after tomorrow you're doing. Every day if you do bicep, your bicep will not grow. Same goes for abs. Like for example, some people say, okay, I need my tummy to be flat and I am going to do abs every day. It's not how it works, because abs is the same, body part. It's like same muscle group like any other muscle. And your muscle needs 48 to 72 hours for the recovery time. Okay, that's the reason you might have seen like people who train like back and bicep today, they don't train back and bicep next day,
The next day,
or
right.
maybe after the next day, right? After 2 days of gap, they perform it. The reason why, because our body, our muscle group need the time for the recovery. Okay, so you need to plan your workout really well. Okay, give a rest so that your muscle can grow. Give good amount of nutrition and protein so that it can grow. Okay, also the right kind of training which you need to choose. Like for example, I already said, if you're in a process of muscle gain, then try not to do only cardio. But yes, if your goal is the weight loss and muscle gain, you can include cardio, but you need to balance it with the weight training and cardio. Okay, so a proper balanced diet, a proper balanced workout, a proper scheduling is required, and that's how you will grow the muscle really fast.
So in short, you can say that like the balanced diet, you have to balance up all your training schedule. Is that
Everything,
it?
yeah, definitely.
Right. My next question: how often should you work out?
Yes, how often should you work out? Because see, as we all know nowadays, workout is a part of our life. Okay, even after COVID happens, people are more conscious about workout, fitness, because people understood that how fitness is important nowadays.
Right, right.
Fitness is not only about like lifting weight or something. It can be any form. Like if you even play a badminton or if you play football, cricket, any form of physical activity can count as a workout. Okay, so ideally, if you talk about the workout, the physical activity should be normally done around like 5 days a week. Okay, but it depends. Like if it's an athlete or an advanced trainee, they can do for 6 days a week as well. Or some people can, some athlete also, what they do, 6 days they do very intense training, and one day they do stretching and all. Okay, so that's how also you do, but depends. Like I can understand like some people they have got different profiles, they are very busy. 5 days commitment cannot be provided. But even if you work out 2 days a week, 3 days a week, every physical activity will count for the betterment of your body. Right?
Right, right.
Ideally, it's 5 days a week. Try to go for 5 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week. But if you can't, that's okay. Even 2 to 3 days of workout is also okay. But try to engage yourself with any form of physical activity, whether it's gymming, whether it's swimming, whether it's running, or any form of physical activity which can perform with your body, which can make your functionality much more better to perform in your day-to-day life.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. So for the last but not the least, my last question would be: can someone exercise during pregnancy, or maybe let's say post-pregnancy, postpartum?
Yeah, David.
Very good question, in fact.
Actually, this is a very good question, and this should be informed to like all the like pregnant ladies, or the people who are going through this postpartum situation, because especially in rural areas, many people are unaware about it. Okay, also in modern societies also, they are not completely knowledgeable. They go with the Instagram details, or they go with the YouTube details. But what is the fact? So if I tell you about the fact, like many researchers have found that physical activity help you out.
That's true.
If it's a healthy pregnancy, because whenever you detect that the female is pregnant, definitely there is a schedule that you need to see the doctor. Right? Every weekly times, or every 3 days times, or every fortnightly. So they completely measure whether you are healthy or not, whether the baby is healthy or not, whether your body is functioning well or not. If it's a healthy pregnancy, we recommend you to do light to moderate form of physical activity. Like for example, you can do walking, you can do brisk walking, you can do any form of like yoga activities or basic stretchings and all. This will help you out with a good blood flow. It will help you out for the hormones. Also, it will help you out the postpartum weight gaining, which happens. It will help you out to avoid that. That's one thing. And secondly, if you talk about the postpartum, because many people are conscious about it, like during the pregnancy they gain the weight a lot. Because
absolutely.
The number one reason is because of the baby's weight, right? Because the baby's weight added to the mother's weight, which makes the body weight a lot. But let me tell you, as soon as you give the birth, your weight goes down. Okay, because the baby weight come out from the body. Apart from that, the breastfeeding factor, and there are different other factors which which plays a role where your body weight come down. But there are some saggings in some part of the body which people are conscious about, which most of the females are conscious about. Which I have understood that most of the females are conscious about, with the belly pouch. Okay, so one of the mistakes which I have seen, some people start doing lots of abs crunches, lots of sit-ups because they want to get rid of belly pouch.
Probably without doctor's prescription.
Exactly. Right. And that's really wrong, Because with that, what's going to happen? Abdominal separation might get happen.
Like bricks by bricks.
Yeah, because in abdomens, you need to understand we have got, rectus abdominis, obliques, transverse abdominis. And, if the abdominal separation happen, it will be very, very difficult for you for the future. So that's the reason you need to go step by step. Again, if the pregnancy delivery, if the delivery is normal.
Normal, yeah.
Then you can immediately go for the physical activity, but light to moderate physical activity, which you can start with the yoga exercises or brisk walking or basic stretching. And after some point of time, you can do the weight training. After a couple of months, after like 4 months, after 6 months, depending on your personal, per capacity. Okay, but in the case of cesarean, it's different. Okay, at that point of time, first of all, it takes time to recover first.
For sure. Yeah.
Apart from that, you need to consult your physician. They need to give you the right guidance, and they will give you the thumbs up that you can walk out right now.
That's true. That's true.
Then also, you should not directly start lifting the weight. No, you should go step by step. First, physical activity by doing the body exercises, body weight exercises, jogging, brisk walking, and then slowly lightweight, moderate weight. Then go for your previous stage.
Right.
That's how it is done. Okay, even during the pregnancy time, we will always recommend like you go for the body weight exercises mostly. Even if you use the basic weight, it should be very light to moderate. It should not be heavy, intense workout. Okay, and again, it depends. It varies from person to person. There's a possibility that somebody is athlete, somebody is already habitual about it. But there is a possibility somebody was living a sedentary life, and now they are very conscious that I need to lose weight because I have got all this weight because of the pregnancy and all. So you need to take very wise decision. But at the same time, which I can say that physical activity is recommended. You can do it even postpartum or during the pregnancy time, but depends whether it's a healthy pregnancy or not. That's the thing.
Thank you very much. That's all the questions we have today.
Yeah.
Viewers, if you have any question, if you have any queries, kindly drop us a message so that we can put all those questionnaires in the next session. Thank you very much. Jay, you want to have something to say?
Thank you, everyone. And if you've got any question, any queries, feel free to drop it, and we will surely address it in the next session. Thanks for being with us. See you again.
Thank you. Stay fit, stay healthy.
Thank you, David.
Bye-bye.
Bye.